Just how angry do you tend to get? Well, I'm usually very decent, soft-spoken, mild person, but I do have a temper. So if you kick me out of my, let's say, tact rhythm, I tend to get from very controlled, then intensively controlled, then hyper angry. So and it usually depends on the place where I am. I'm living in Belgrade, Serbia, so it's a very very harsh environment. Like there are a lot of tense situations, nervous people, including myself. And luckily I'm not there right now. I also partially live in Cyprus now. So I had a situation last Friday where I almost flipped a guy's car over with him in it with my bare hands. And that was like the lesser evil that I chose to do. Well, instinctively did, but I first controlled my first instinct, which was just kicking his car door in and probably a part of him. So yeah, I mean it did settle the situation instantly because he cut me off with his car and I was on my electric scooter like 2 times in like 10 or 15 seconds. He made 3 mistakes and you know, when I commented, you know, come and give a turn light, he was like, ugh. I was like, okay, now I'm gonna explode. And yeah, it changed the dynamic of the situation, but this all resolved it. I mean, when somebody's being, you know, so arrogant, that stops it in its tracks. He became very quiet very quickly. But yeah, and of course, I mean, nobody can react like that. I'm into training. I mean, I'm not like super big. I'm like average. I'm 6 feet barely. I'm 82 kilos, but I'm, you know, pretty muscular and strong. So I tend to, you know, if I see, of course, if it's a guy and if he's being, you know, a dick, then I tend to go get physical, just to, you know, a quick way to resolve things, direct way. And okay, I haven't had a real problem when confronting a situation like that for a very long time, like decades. So I don't recommend it, but sometimes it is needed. So how do you usually resolve those things? Do you go like borderline psychotic angry, or do you get verbally aggressive or passive aggressive? I don't get verbally too aggressive. I mean, I choose my words carefully so they understand the seriousness of the situation, but I also intensified it with my own, you know, just look and, you know, getting into their face. That works for me. What works for you?